How's it going, guys? Welcome back, everybody, to Goshen's Games. And now that the embargo has lifted, hopefully you had a chance to watch the previous Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 3 videos that I put out regarding the prologue of the game. Now we're into the meat of the game, and let's get started, guys. I want to thank you again for watching in advance. Hit the like button, subscribe if you guys are new. I'm going to bring you more Trails of Cold Steel every day. So, enjoy, guys.
Ha! Cha! Ha! Yeah! Ha!
Okay, all set. We said we'd walk to school together, and she just up and leaves while I'm still asleep. Dad, Mom, Ken, and Nana.
That is one big mishy. I just want to say that really quick. I was planning on not having commentary throughout this whole thing, but damn, that is one big mishy.
Wish me luck. I'm gonna give it my all. I won't lose to any of these Imperials.
Ha! Yeah! Strike!
Now, I have to say, Kurt is probably one of my favorite of the new protagonists in this game. Not that, I've been introduced to that many yet, but still, Class 7 is very, very small in this game so far. Only 3 members. I know that there's more than that. As you progress through the game, other characters join you, but Kurt is definitely, so far, one of my favorite of the characters.
Not bad. I simply need more experience. Despite all the battles we went through yesterday, he was never short of breath. The 8 Leaves, 1 Blade School. It's impressive to be sure, but nothing compared to what Father Mueller and Uncle Zex can do.
Or so you think, but I know otherwise, having played Cold Steel 2, but okay.
I suppose the Ashen Chevalier simply relies on the power of his Divine Knight.
Again, having played the previous 2 games, we know that that's not true, that Rean actually has his own power deep within him, which they didn't explain in the last game, so I'm hoping that it gets explained in this game.
Oh. Good morning.
Good morning, Yuna. I take it you're headed out as well?
Yeah. Are you all done with your training? It's pretty impressive how you do all that every single day.
Well, it's something I've been doing from a very young age, so it's just part of my morning routine.
I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry about before.
Huh?
You know, when I slapped you. I know it wasn't your fault, and I shouldn't have gotten so angry. It was childish of me.
Well, damn, that got resolved a lot faster than Rean and Elisa. So I'm actually happy about that we're not like exactly rehashing stuff from the first game.
Ah, that. I'd like to apologize too. But have you been wanting to say that for the past 2 weeks?
I take back everything I just said. It took 2 weeks? Okay.
Considering how much you dislike Erebonians, it's very thoughtful of you.
I don't dislike the people here. Yeah, I've got my problems with the country, but this is between people. When I mess up, I make sure I apologize. Especially considering what I said about your swords. I mean, you practice every day, and...
Ah, right.
And they'll be way more useful than a couple of weapons as old as the Great Collapse.
I just want to say really quick that swords will not jam up on you. Guns can. Guns that are poorly maintained at least. And honestly, I'd rather be scared of somebody, or not rather. I would be more afraid of somebody who's coming at me with a sword who looks like they can actually use that thing than somebody who probably just is using a gun for the first time.
Don't worry about that. Besides, like I said, my training is just part of my morning routine. Out of curiosity, is everyone from Crossbell like you?
Huh? Like me how?
Oh, I don't mean to offend. Very straightforward and good-hearted. Probably the type to be easily tricked.
Hey! Wanna run that by me
That was
again?
a very backhanded compliment.
Like I said, I don't mean to offend. I'm glad to have a classmate like you whom I can trust. Though I don't know if I can trust your skills just yet.
Dude, quit while you're ahead, please.
You're a real piece of work. Well, let's start over. Glad to be your classmate, Kurt.
Hello, you two. Good morning.
Altina? I thought you left for school already.
I received a routine status call early this morning. I didn't want to wake you, so I took it in the study room. If I disturbed you as I was leaving, I apologize.
No, I was out like a light. But wait, what do you mean, routine status call?
Sorry, that is confidential.
Well, in any event, it's nearly time to head to class. We're all in the same class anyway, so why don't we walk together?
I do not mind, but I believe the correct term for my presence would be a third wheel. Judging by what I've seen, your relationship has progressed.
She's very on the nose about that.
Our relationship? What? No, that's not what's going on.
She certainly words things in a distinct way.
Now, I'm trying to figure out who the actual main protagonist of this game is, because the previous 2 games it was Rean. Now, Rean is still one of the main characters in this, as he is their teacher.
Leaves is such a nice place. I can't get enough of this homey atmosphere.
But I'm still trying to figure out who the actual main protagonist is. I believe it might be Yuna so far, from what I've seen, because in the prologue, you play as Yuna, and then eventually you take control of Rean, but I don't know yet.
It's so peaceful and laid back. And it's got some great shops.
Agreed. It's a good halfway point between rural and urban. We're just the right distance away from Heimdall.
The previous owners of this land were a noble family. After they lost ownership of it, the government attempted to convert it into a resort. However, that plan fell through. It's said the half-finished buildings from that were used to create the campus.
Well, you sure do know a lot.
I suppose that explains why the branch campus is so large.
All that aside, I didn't think the Empire's military academies would be this tough. I get combat training and practical exams, but math, history, even art? Isn't this workload way beyond what you'd have at a regular high school?
Well, here in Erebonia, the pen and the sword are both held in high regard, especially at Thor's. It's a prestigious traditional school founded by our most notable emperor. That legacy won't change simply because this is a branch campus.
However, it seems the main campus has changed significantly this year.
I'm hoping we get a chance to go back to the main campus.
Ah, yes.
Huh? I don't get what you guys are talking about, but looks like we're gonna have to give it 110% here. Let's kick all the other classes' butts.
Well, if you say so. However, most of our lessons are held with the other two classes anyway.
Homeroom is the only one we have without them.
Oh, right. I guess it makes sense given the small number of students, but that means Class 7.
Well, well, if it ain't the chosen ones strutting off to class together.
You're...
I think he's in Class 8.
Good morning. Is there something we can help you with?
Nope, not a thing.
So I know he joins Class 7, and we know this because of the prologue. And he seems to be that kind of like jackass kind of character. Reminds me a little bit of Crow.
Just wanted to get a little peek at the class taught by the hero of Erebonia. Class 7, huh? I'm sure the view is just great from up on that pedestal of yours.
Sorry to disappoint, but we're being treated the same as any other students.
Yeah, it's not like things are going to be different for us just because our instructor's famous.
Oh yeah? Then why'd they go out of their way to make such a small class? A little kid who's clearly too young to be here. Some rich pretty boy with fancy hair. Oh, and a loud, unruly foreigner from some sob-story country. Oops, my bad. Not a foreigner anymore, huh?
All right, we understand. You're a tough guy, but that's quite enough. If you have more to say, I'd be happy to talk with you further after school.
Not bad. You've got more spine than I gave you credit for. But the one I've got business with is...
I'm so happy to see everyone getting along.
Oh,
And she joins Class 7 as well.
She's from Class 9, Military Finance.
Good morning to you all. The weather is just splendid, isn't it? But if you spend too much time out here chatting, the bell will ring before you know it.
True.
you all done messing with us?
Me? I'm not here to mess with you. Well then, see you around.
I hope you all have a lovely day. I'll see you again for the classes we have together.
What's that blonde guy's problem? I can't believe they let some punk like him into a military academy.
He obviously had some issue with those of us in Class 7. No, not us exactly, but...
Oh, shoot!
We better hurry, or we'll be late to homeroom.
You're right. Let's get moving.
Whew. Hard to believe it's been 2 weeks already.
It warms my heart to see all the students trying their best. The classwork here is much more difficult than at the main campus, so I'm sure it's tough on them.
Yeah. Then on top of that, training exercises were added onto their curriculum. We didn't have anything like that at the main campus.
Yes, you did. You had plenty of training exercises. You had swimming, you had fencing. On top of that, you had your practical exams where you had to fight dolls, and you had your field studies on top of your normal curriculum. Yes, you did.
Thor's branch campus. I think I'm starting to understand what the government's trying to do here.
Oh, but I don't think that's the only reason for this place. In keeping with Thor's tradition, we'll also have those days to look forward to.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll be a relief for them. I'll tell my students about them after school, alongside the club announcement.
Got it. Thanks for taking care of that. Well then, Instructor Rean, let's give it our all today.
I do really like Rean's outfit in this game, though. much better than the outfit he had in part 1. I did like part 2's outfit though, but this one is my favorite so far.
Likewise, Instructor Toa.
Now, why would Chapter 1 be called Reunion?
This is the formula.
That's a damn complicated formula.
You will need it when calculating trajectory. Make sure you commit it to memory.
This is known as Gross Domestic Product, or GDP for short. By the way, the GDP of the Empire of Erebonia rose 42% last year compared to 2 years ago.
That's because you took over 2 countries, but we're not going to go there.
Today's task is walking. Sounds easy, right? Well, let me tell you, it won't be. We'll be marching, so I need to see perfect posture and formation while armed. Even combat tactics got worn out by this.
The War of the Lions.
Rean, buddy, listen. We already established that those glasses are fake and that you don't need them. Why do you insist on wearing them?
Said to be the largest turning point in the history of the Empire. The end of this war brought us to our modern era. Today, we'll be looking into the events leading up to the war that caused it to develop the way it did.
The way he explains it, it's actually pretty easy to understand.
An interesting perspective.
Oh, I see. I'm actually learning a lot. He's so dashing.
Oh, since there's no voice acting here, I'll provide the voices. Tired. I was prepared for the coursework to be difficult, but even so. Are you just piling more work on us just as we're getting used to the old pace? Not yet, but I may end up needing to do just that. The curriculum here at the branch campus is pretty diverse. I'm sorry. Probably be a good idea to prepare yourselves for even more work down the road. If only there weren't so many lectures. Energy consumption greater than expected. Sheesh. Tomorrow is a free day, is it not? That's right. In fact, I was just about to explain. Oh, right. The entrance guide mentioned that, didn't it? How is it different than a normal day off? Think of free days as normal school days but without any classes. On free days you can study, train, or pursue one of your hobbies. If you get permission beforehand, you can even go visit Heimdall for the day. Wow, that's a lot more freedom than I expected. I figured it was going to be some rest day with a ton of rules and restrictions. That doesn't sound too bad though. Well, it's just one of the things that makes Thors Thors. However, though you're generally free to choose what you do, there is one mandatory task tomorrow. You'll need to choose a club to join. Really? A club? I hadn't thought there would be clubs at a school that was only just founded. It was a requirement from the principal herself. She said as long as we're using the Thor's name, student clubs are a must. You'll be allowed to apply for a club as long as you have at least 2 members. We'll also see about getting your club the proper equipment. I call Doki Doki Literature Club. Oh, and any students who don't join a club will be put on the student council. Well, they'll work directly under the principal. Sounds dangerous. What is it with this place? Everyone here is too over the top. So we're being forced to choose then. We have until tomorrow, correct? Right. I recommend you start thinking about it after school today. If you need any advice, feel free to talk with any of the faculty members. Remember, we're here to help you. Understood. I prefer just having you assign me to a club. Also, regarding the new course at the end of the week. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Panzer Soldat training. That's right. The training units have arrived at the hangar. You'll be joining the combat tactics students for basic maneuvering lessons. After that, we'll discuss the special lessons, the first of which will take place this weekend. The special lessons? I was curious about those. There's likely no point in us asking about them now, is there? Sorry, but not even us instructors have been filled in on it. Anyways, focus on tomorrow for now. Think of it as a day to spread your wings and lift your spirits. That concludes homeroom. Can I have you lead the class here, Altina? Understood.
Stand. Bow.
Well, tomorrow is the free day. It is essentially a free day for us faculty members as well. However, I'd like you all to join a briefing at 3 p.m. A briefing? It's starting to sound real military in here all of a sudden. Is it perhaps about... That's correct. The special lessons that will be held next weekend. I see. That's about the only info we're getting for now, huh? If it's this top secret, I'm guessing it's gotta be bigger than even Panzer Soldat training. Of all the students will be joining in for these lessons, correct? Correct. Without exception, all students and teachers from classes 7 through 9 will participate. Please report at 3 p.m. tomorrow to the tactical conference room in the main building. That is all for now. Sheesh. He's the picture-perfect model of a hard-ass RMP guy, that's for sure. Way I hear it, things are only gonna get more army-flavored around here. Yeah. Seems that way to me, too. That keep place, the Panzer Soldats, and that freight train. For a branch campus, this place is far too well equipped to just be some throwaway pawn. Yeah, that's true. I know the main campus was renovated as well, but I wouldn't be surprised to hear that just as much Mira was spent here. What bothers me, though, is where is it all coming from? And if they're dropping that much cash here, what are they expecting in return from us? Man, what have I gotten myself into? Get me out of this crazy place. Instructor Randolph. Well, I mean, we can't really stop you from leaving, but... Come on now. I was just kidding around. I'm not gonna drop my responsibilities like that. Besides, the kids in combat tactics seem like they're gonna be a fun group to work with. Anyway, I think I'll head out now. Let's both go check up on the kids. See if they need help with their big club decisions. Yeah, got it. We'll see you later. I can't help but feel like there's a wall between us. Really? I don't get that impression. He's easy to talk with, and he seems to care for his students. No, he's definitely a great instructor. It's just, a year ago I fought against one of his comrades. So I don't imagine he's got a very high opinion of me. And honestly, I can't really blame him. Rean. Anyway, I'll go check in on the students and head back to the dorm for the day. I'm sure they're picking a club on such short notice isn't going to be easy for them. Yeah, good point. I've said it before, but it's best to keep doing our best. Oh, but let's both keep doing our best. Haha. I mean, it would be best to keep doing your best. That makes sense. Now then, school's done for the day. It's got a different feeling to it than when I was a student. Kind of refreshing. Maybe I'll walk around the campus to get a feel for it. I can chat with some of the students while I'm at it. And if they got any problems or need advice, maybe I can help them out. I should also talk with the principal and the other faculty members. It's a lot of people to talk to, Rean. You can now view the character tab in your notebook. Character tab lets you read profiles and additional information on certain characters you've met. Additional information can be added to their profile through specific conversations, events, etc. Okay. So it looks like I do control Rean. Alright, so he still is the main character. Okay, cool. That makes a lot of sense. Alright, so yeah, quick travel. Yep, this is the same as part 1 and 2. Occasionally you see event markers. Alright. So we got, that is a lot of people to talk to. I mean, I did say that before, but saying it again, there's a lot of people to talk to. I want to go to the roof. Let's go to the roof. These controls are weird. I'm gonna have to like mess with the controls if I can. Altina, what are you doing here? I thought you went right back to the dorm after class. Why are you here alone? Regarding tomorrow's mission during the free day, I've reached a progress block on my investigation. Huh? Are you talking about choosing a club? I attempted to reference documents in the library on the matter. However, that only proved to increase the possible choices. Instructor Rean, please tell me what to choose. Sorry, Altina, I can't. Because only you can figure out what you want to do, and only you can prevent forest fires. Me? Let's make this homework. You've got all day tomorrow to decide too. You can ask other students their opinions if you need to. I can give you advice too, of course. But in the end, you need to decide on your own. Clom Soleus. I do not understand the purpose, but if this is in order, then so be it. I will excuse myself now. That's so convenient. Altina! Hey! Was she pouting just now? I hope no one in town spots her riding that thing. Oh well, guess I'll head back too. That's not the map. That's the map. Alright, there's nobody in here. Why did you show me there was something in here? Hold on. Oh, you know what? I was looking at the map wrong. It's underneath. Wait, is it? This map is a little hard to read. See, this camera's weird. Like, the camera was a lot easier to maneuver in the previous games. That's...
This room
This one's on me.
Wow, thank you so much.
I don't know why there's no voice acting like on that part. Like if you're gonna do voice acting for 2 lines, might as well just do the rest of it. Whatever. You're the best, Randy. Oh, sorry. Guess I should start calling you instructor, huh? Outside of class or training, just Randy is fine. Any ideas for your club? I've been talking to the other students, but I just can't make a decision. I'm hoping to choose a club that'll let me move my body. Fencing. Ah, not a bad idea. I feel like that'll really suit you. Or swimming. I mean, let's be honest. You wouldn't really fit in with a club that makes you use your head. Ha! Oh, talk about an insult right there. What do you mean by that? Yuna and instructor Randolph. Hey, Schwarzer. You here for a drink too? Huh? I guess, is Rean old enough to drink now? I mean, that was like a running gag in the first 2 games. I'm just looking around before going home. I overheard you 2 talking. How do you know each other? Ah, don't worry. It's not some sordid, forbidden relationship. Of course it isn't. Why would you even say that? Randy. I mean, Instructor Randolph and I go way back. He really helped me out a lot when I was at the Crossbell Police Academy. The Police Academy, huh? I've seen that movie. Yeah, she's like a little sister to me. And who'd have guessed we'd have ourselves a little reunion here of all places. Small world, huh? I knew they were both from Crossbell, but I thought maybe... In that case, maybe Yuna knows him too. Man, I wish you were my instructor, Randy. But no, I'd end up with this guy. It's kind of messed up. Well, sorry for bothering you. I'll get going now. Oh, and if you need some help figuring out what club to join, feel free to ask me. Even if I'm not your first pick for a homeroom instructor, I might be able to help out. Oh. Fine. If I get desperate, I'll ask you. I'm sure there's a reason you ended up as her instructor. Teach her well, you hear me? Got it. Now then, I'm off to talk to this lovely lady named Gina. Named Gina. You're Gina, right? Thank you for always making food for everyone. Your family runs a tavern in Leaves, right? Yes, I'm Barney's daughter. I saw some help wanted ads, so I decided to come help. Everyone is so nice. I'm having a great time here. I'm glad to hear it. Instructor Rean, I see you around here a lot during lunch, but what do you do for dinner? They make food at the dorms. If I can make it back in time, I have that. But if I'm late, I'll cook something for myself. I see. So you can cook too. Dude, she's so flirting with him. Troublesome though it can be troublesome at times, I always end up making the same thing. That's not good in terms of nutritional balance. I know. Would you like this? A recipe book. These are recipes for the food that the cafeteria recommends. Chunky potato salad and 3 sets of ingredients. Ingredients too. Thank you. You didn't have to do all this. It's not a problem. Where would this school be without its instructors? Plus, it would make me really happy if you got inspired to cook more. Understood. I'll do my best. About making food. I know how to cook. Okay, so it's exactly the same as the previous 2 games. Alright. Alright, now that we did that, where is next? Second floor? Second floor. That's not the map. I'm gonna have to get used to this. Alright, all done here. What are you up to here, Toa? Oh, I'm just doing a routine check on our school supplies. We don't have a clerk, so I just take care of it on the weekends. I was watching Clerks last night. Just a fun fact. All by herself? She's just as capable as ever. Oh, God. Don't. No. Ah, I knew you were going to do it. I knew you were going to do it. Let me help you. That's fine. I'm already about halfway done. It seems like we got all the supplies we could ask for, but nowhere near enough manpower. Don't do it, Rean. True. We don't even have anyone in charge of the nurse's office. Between the upcoming Panzer Soldat training and the special lessons, we're definitely going to need someone on call. I suppose we'll all just have to take turns for the time being. I know a little bit of first aid, but well, don't push yourself too much. And if there's anything I can help you with, just let me know. Don't do that, Rean. That's how we got into the problems last game, or the last two games, where you're running errands for everybody. I don't want to do that this game. No! Oh, there's something I could use your help with, come to think of it. Here. God, no. Stop. We did this in the first game. Handed notebooks to everybody. Could I get you to hand these out? Yeah, of course. Out of curiosity, why did Class 7's notebook take so long? I thought Major Michael was supposed to be in charge of preparing these. Well, I asked him about that, and the upcoming special lessons seem to be different for each class. So each class has a slightly different notebook based on its curriculum. Class 7's notebooks were just pushed back because it has the least people in it. I see. Well, I'll go hand these out. What are these special lessons all about? Receive 3 notebooks. Sorry for adding you to your workload. No, you're not. No, as a homeroom teacher, I'm the one who's supposed to pass these out. Actually, this takes me back to when we were students, right? You're right. This is kind of nostalgic. For you, maybe. Well then, thanks for your help, Rean. Just leave it to me. Do I even want to risk interrupting Yuna again? Well, I guess I'll look for the others. Alright, with that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end the video there. That way it's not terribly long. I do thank you guys for watching today. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you guys are new and all that stuff. Stay tuned for some more Trails of Cold Steel 3 and my horrible, horrible voice acting for this game. Until then, you guys have a great rest of your day. Good game, guys.